Well, I started this without a title because I'm not sure where I'm going to go with this. Maybe afterwards I'll put something down. But wow, today I'm kind of reeling. My home state of Texas is had an elementary school that was an active shooter went in and shot and killed 12 elementary school students today. And I was going to talk about something else altogether that I'm suddenly unable to remember what it was. I think it had something to do with recognizing a woman's right to autonomy on her own body, and then something about putting those two things together, the shooting and that awareness of how much attention has been given to women who choose, for whatever reason, whether it's health reasons, psychological or economic reasons, to not continue a pregnancy, them being treated as though they were felonious assaults, that they were murderers, and then a total acceptance of absolutely no gun controls in Texas. And the contradiction of that buckles my knees out from under me. I don't know how to even think about a world that would somehow make sense in, because this doesn't make any sense. And how anyone calling them quote unquote Christian could see that could somehow rationalize that does make sense is appalling to me in a way that I can't even articulate. And I realize now what it was I was going to talk about. It had to do with this news about the Southern Baptist Church coming out with all its allegations, and apparently it's true that there was a concerted effort among one of the largest, very right-wing, quote-unquote Christian churches in our country to cover up and allow its leaders to sexually abuse women and girls and children. And I, I'm not, how is it that a person can integrate all that data about those things and still call themselves Christian? It's just, and I am a Christian, but I am not a Christian in the way, it's like it makes it impossible for some of us to even claim to be Christian because of what that now is associated with. It's associated with robbing women of their autonomy over their own bodies. It is associated with people who think it's fine and just great to cover up abuses, sexual abuses of children, and people who think it's fine to allow people to have and carry automatic weapons that will kill numbers, a dozen children in a matter of moments. And it's just incomprehensible. With all the pain that I help my clients sort through every day, I don't think there's any way I can imagine trying to console the parents of those children. And how on earth they are going to be able to go forward with the rest of their lives knowing that their children were murdered, massacred in a completely brutal, horrific, inexcusable fashion. I just am so broken by this that I don't know. I've got a couple more clients to see today, but I have a little time till I see them. So hopefully I'll have a little time to settle myself, because I just can't believe that after Sandy Hook, when we said no more, so many people were saying no more, this can't happen again. And here we are. Here we are, seeing the same thing happen to innocent children. And I struggle with my own spirituality when things like this happen, because it's like, how could God let these things happen. But of course, it's people. It's the choices that people make that was our gift from God to have choice. And I live in a country, came from us 40 years in a state where that seems to be just fine and dandy to shoot down children in a classroom. And that's not going to change anything in the minds of these people who think that it's their God-given right to carry an AK-47 or an AK-14 or whatever, to carry some kind of automatic weapon that they can be like the Wild West and carry their gun on their hip and their shotgun and their AK over their shoulder without fear, because that's their God-given right. But it's not the God-given right of those children who are sitting in their classroom just being kids. They have no right to life, I guess. What's right to life if it isn't right to life of those children? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have come on today because this is clearly upsetting and alarming. And I don't understand how we can continue to allow this to happen. I don't understand how we can have these women in Texas who are threatening to shoot the Black people walking down the street, thinking that's okay. So I am Melody Brooke. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I'm a marriage and family therapist, and an actor and a writer. And it looks like I'm getting more and more to be an activist, because I cannot stand by and let more children be killed without feeling like I have to do something. I mean, I'm not a politician. I'm not a well-known person by any stretch of the imagination, but oh my God, something has got to change. We cannot continue to allow people to behave in this way in this country. It just makes it a two-day. Now I'm like, okay, my daughter has chosen to live in another country across the ocean, and by God, I'm glad she did, because her child is not in danger of being shot in the classroom. My children who live here in Colorado, perhaps they are. My grandchildren. And this is the second time this week. It was just, wasn't it just, oh, I guess it was a little more than a week ago when people were gunned down in a grocery store simply for the fact that they were Black. It's craziness on a level that I cannot even begin to integrate. And my heart is broken for all of those people and all of those families, and I'm angry. Something has to change. And if you're watching this, or if you are feeling some of the same things I'm feeling, I hope that this motivates you to do something too. I don't know what that something is, but I know that this is not okay. And we can't just stand around and cry about it, because that's not going to change it. It seems to me that people have become somewhat complacent about quote unquote politics. How is it political that you gun down children in a classroom? And yet somehow that is. It's something contrived, right? Like Alex Jones, wasn't it, that said that the whole Sandy Hook thing was made up, and that those children didn't really die, that it was something that was contrived by the left to come down on those poor innocent people carrying their AK whatevers. This is complacence on the left. It is not action on the left. This is complacence on the left, who, by their complacent, we become complicit. Because unless we stand up, unless we start saying enough, nothing is going to change. We can't allow ourselves to be run over by these people who would have us be a dictatorship where we enslave women, children, and Black people to do the service of, let's just face it, white men. Unless we do something different, this is what's going to happen to us. Our country will look Nothing, nothing like Handmaid's Tale. It will look worse. And it's up to us, each individually, to find our feet, to find our voice, and to figure out ways where we can take action so that this is not allowed anymore. Many, many countries have brought their level of gun violence down substantially. Granted, none of them are as big as the United States, but nonetheless, they've done it. And there is a proven method for how to do it. I don't know what it is. I haven't studied that, but I do know that there's a way. And we of us who have been complacent on the left, who haven't really stood up and taken action and let our voices be heard and taken time out of our crazy busy lives to make sure that our voices are heard, who stepped in and said, okay, well, maybe I should follow politics. I've talked to so many people who are like, oh, I don't follow politics. It's just, what? It's not politics. It's the right to live freely, which is what our ancestors fought for in bringing this beautiful document of the Constitution to our nation. And it is not the Constitution that is being apparently rewritten by the Supreme Court today because of people who used their power and influence and money to change the face of the Supreme Court system, which was our safety net, has been our safety net in our country. It's no longer our safety net. It will not protect us anymore, apparently. And we have to do something about that too. And I'm just want you to know that if you're listening to this news today and feeling the things I'm feeling, that I'm right there with you. This is unacceptable. We cannot allow our country continue to let these things happen. It's not okay. You can find out more about me at melodybrook.com. And I have a YouTube channel, and I have books available on Amazon and Kindle. And I'm here every Tuesday. I try to be at 4 o'clock. I was a little delayed today because I got that news right before it was time for me to come on. And I needed to sort of gather myself a little bit before I could come on and talk to you guys about this. I hope that you are moved. I hope that you are broken. I hope that you are absolutely furious and take some action to do something to protect our children. This, by God, this is right to life. Not choosing to dictate what a woman does or doesn't do with her own body. This is right to life. Okay, I'm going to go have a good cry, and I'll see you guys next week. Love you.